Wow. That's amazing.
We need to have a dance number after that. Like we come in with the
hula skirts.
Yeah, dun, 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 dun. So welcome to the Anna and Sheila show. Cup of Joe with Anna and Sheila. I'm Anna.
I'm Sheila.
Why are you laughing already, Aaron? Did I miss Cup of Joe with Anna and Sheila?
Don't ask.
Yeah, so we're here at a different location, and thankfully our lawn mowing person has stopped.
Oh, Lord.
So that would have been interesting. But thanks everyone for
He'll be
joining.
back.
He'll be back. So Sheila, I feel like I haven't seen you for a while.
We've been on different coasts, I think, or different states.
Different states,
or
different
cities.
states or cities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to tell you, I haven't told you yet, but especially to our viewers out here. So the Satan has, there it is. Yay! So Satan, and that was on cue.
Exactly.
Right? Because that's really those noisemakers and noise pollution. Anyway, he has determined that, COVID's over, no mask wearing. Yep. Doesn't need to be, but have no fear, because you know who really rules this state, Sheila?
Disney?
Capitalism.
Disney.
The mouse. So I love that. Yeah. So I love that Twitter thing that came. Actually, it was an alert that said, "Oh, hello, Mouseketeers. We understand that the Satan has said such and such, but we're going to employ our own rules here. Yep. So continue to wear the masks." So basically, the mouse said,
"It's not going to happen."
To Satan.
Yeah.
So now we know who really rules Florida. Just in case you're wondering.
I like the fact that he was exclusive with Fox News. So that means he's monogamous now. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So, I mean,
he's almost like a mini 45. And I think he just wants to be his boyfriend or his best friend.
Oh, goodness gracious. So we're at a different location right now. And I have to say, we're taking our lives into our own hands, as we are the little blue dot in a red state. And we are a little blue people in the reddest neighborhood in Fishhawk.
Oh, Lord, yes. Poor Aaron, our producer, lives in the Red Street. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're taking our lives into our own hands.
I think that's why the guy mows his grass every Friday when we're on.
Maybe. I saw your car, and I was like,
oh yeah,
right in front of it. Anyway,
yeah.
But we trudge on. We have other things we need to accomplish, right? Including making sure that all of our neighbors are aware of our support and aware that there's people like us.
Yep.
And our very public support for our
favorite representative. And no, Mike Beltran, that is so not you.
I wasn't even going to go there, Sheila, but I would just say, like, who do we have on? But you know what? We would be more than happy to have him on.
When Anna Escamani was on, we told her that we've been inviting Mike Beltran on every week since we started. And she said she was going to go tell him that she was on the show and he needed to get on.
Well, yes.
And even that didn't work to get him on. So that's okay. We still have our own favorite.
He is very busy, Sheila, making sure everyone's power is on.
And that they have their own guns.
That's right. The important thing.
I think he introduced 3 gun expansion pieces of legislation.
Even after talking to Brad Hewitt?
Yep, even after talking to Brad Hewitt, even living in the neighborhood where Brad Hewitt's kid was killed by a gun from a Tampa cop. Yeah, so that's interesting.
Good to know.
So we do have our favorite legislator here.
And we have some very important
breaking news.
First, hear it here first on Cup of Joe with Anna and Sheila. Or Anna and Sheila show, Aaron.
We're going to bring in our favorite legislator, Andrew Lerner. Hi.
Oh.
How's it going? Hi. Thank you for having me back. I appreciate it. I feel like a regular now.
You are.
You're our first regular.
Me and the lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to have you co-host one day.
Oh, that would be fun.
And I got my I'm well branded today for the coffee.
Very good.
Wrong cup. We're going to have to get you a cup though.
So
yeah, I don't know. The producer of this show is really slacking on the merch, I think. So
no kidding.
Maybe that's why Beltran hasn't come on. You got to ask him to know.
We should get you a shirt to wear. Oh, we should wear it in the house. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Say, hey, Mike. Look at my awesome shirt.
Bring your Cup of Joe water bottle to the floor.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
You can have one. Anna can have one. Yeah, it'll be fun.
So, Andrew, tell our viewers what's happened since last time we talked to you. Where are you? What did you win?
Did we talk after the election?
No, we haven't.
I won.
Yay!
I was gonna say I don't remember the last time if we talked because it was like in the fall.
I know.
But anyway, yeah, I was elected. I now represent Brandon in the Florida House. I was the one Democrat to win a swing district anywhere in the state this year, which is great for me. Really shitty for the party overall. We got to do better.
Yeah.
But I think it's been a huge honor. Was elected obviously in November. It's been a whirlwind, kind of getting ready for session, and we just finished on Friday, and a week ago. We go today, and so it feels good to be back and kind of get back here to Brandon and see some faces and folks that I haven't seen in a while. So it's good. It's good to be home.
Well, it was a pretty contentious session, but you had as a freshman, you had some really good successes. Would you share with our viewers what they were?
Yeah, I think, on a really high level, I think what I learned is you can be effective in a Republican legislature as long as you stay focused on your issues, don't make things personal, and just work hard and be smart about it. And because of that, I passed more bills than any Democrat in the House, and I did it as a freshman. And I did it from a swing district that they're going to target again. So lots of really cool things for military families, for veterans, also some for farmers, kids with disabilities, some good criminal justice reform, kind of like across the board. We did a wide variety of little things. The Republicans aren't going to let us pass the Medicaid expansion or my COVID relief bill, unfortunately, never got a hearing, and I'm utterly shocked about that. But on areas where we can find some common ground, I thought they were really fair in hearing my bills and advancing some good legislation. So first and foremost, my favorite bill, and I have no problem saying that, is the Purple Star Schools bill. That was House Bill 429, and that's a designation for military-friendly schools. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a military guy. I've served 11 years now in the U.S. Navy. Deployed 4 times overseas. And a lot of times when we move back from overseas deployments, we don't get a chance to go home and tour the school the way you probably would if you're moving in a civilian career. So if you're stationed in Bahrain or Japan, Guam, doesn't matter, and you're going to be moving to the Brandon area, now we'll be able to designate certain schools that are going to be military friendly, meaning they're going to have extra guidance counselors available for military kids, or have programs where they partner with the base on a variety of things. There's a whole list of criteria they have to meet. And if they do, then that family can enroll their kid in that school with confidence, knowing that school is going to be able to take care of their kids' unique needs. So Fishhawk Creek is going to be a great school for my military kids. And I, as a proud dad of 3rd graders, this is near and dear to my heart, super excited about it. And that's the Purple Star program. We also did one for veterans healthcare. So a little bit later in their military career, once you're done and you transition into the VA program, one of our problems is there's a critical shortage of about 1,400 doctors across the network. And a lot of those vacant positions are here in Florida. And what that bill does is it simply recognizes out-of-state medical licenses. So you're a doctor in New York or California or one of these states that the Republicans hate, and you want to come down to Florida, you can do it, and we will take your medical license with you. And that way you can help treat VA patients outside of the VA center. And what that really does is it helps veterans get access to care closer to home, so that you don't have to necessarily drive, a couple hours to get to the nearest VA facility. We can do pop-up clinics and all sorts of expansion programs that help offer better care for our veterans. So that was a great one. Also one kind of a wonky bill for aquaculture farmers. So one of the weird things about this district that I did not know until I got elected is that 95% of all of the tropical fish sold in North America are grown here in Plant City. So right next to us.
Is that right? Good.
Yeah, they're shipped all over the place. And what this is a public records exemption for a lot of our aqua farms, so that they don't have to disclose to their competition what they're farming, how they're farming, and where they're farming. They still have to tell their regulator. It just doesn't become public knowledge, so that their competition can then go copy their practices and replicate it. It helps keep their trade secrets secret. So it's a good bill for our local farmers. And then another one that I'm the prime co-sponsoring was an expansion of medical marijuana as it pertains to FDA-approved drugs. So specifically, there's a drug out there that has 0 THC, and it helps kids with epilepsy. And it's FDA approved, so it should not even count in the existing medical marijuana program. You don't need like a medical marijuana card to get it, because this is something your doctor can prescribe because of the 0 THC content. But it applies to kids with epilepsy, but there's also another drug coming out next year for PTSD treatment for veterans. And this would speed up access to patient care. And it is simply just creating this little waiver where if it's 0 THC and it is FDA approved, we're not going to add an extra regulatory hurdle inside the state of Florida. We're going to make it a little bit easier to get that to patients. And that was one that we were able to pass as well. And I'm proud to say this, I'm 4 for 4 without a single nay vote in any chamber. So nobody ever voted against me in the entire session.
I mean, it's like you're putting forth legislation that makes sense and is something that's good for everyone. Go figure. A Democratic, representative doing things that make
things that are good,
things that benefit everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I think, my biggest thing, right? Like, there's lots of things that I would love to do. And I was the author of the Democratic COVID response bill. It's about a 120-page document that included everything from the expansion of Medicaid, easier enrollment in a time of emergency, if an emergency is declared, paid family medical leave, paid sick leave if you get a COVID diagnosis, mandatory mask mandate across the state, a wide variety of ways to help both small businesses and individual employees with COVID liability protections that were smart for business or for individuals. It was a great bill. But that obviously is going to be something that has both winners and losers, right? Like, I'm helping individuals, and at the expense is the biggest corporations in the state, right? If you can find bills that don't have the enemy, and there are lots of those, there are lots of things you can do to help Floridians that don't have an enemy. And those bills we were able to get passed and through the process. And, I think that's a good lesson learned for how we can be successful in a Republican-dominated legislature.
Well, Andrew, I saw you on the Florida channel during the trans bill. And
Nerd alert.
Nerd alert. But I was, between you and Ann Escamani, it was a master class in how to chop away at the edges of a nasty, nasty bill. And it was done with intelligence and common sense. And I applaud both you and Anna for standing up there and trying your hardest to protect our kids.
Thank you. And, that was a weird, we beat that bill. And that's part of the story that doesn't get told, right? And that was House Bill 1475. We actually defeated it, killed it in the Senate. I actually sent an email out to like 1,500 people who'd emailed me about it, saying like, "Hey, we won! We beat the bill! Yay!" But one big lesson learned is nothing is ever dead in the Florida House until they actually drop the handkerchief at the end, and that came back at 10:30 at night the night before we left as an amendment that they tried to ram down our throats and did and passed it. But I also think it's a good lesson in both, bill's never dead, first of all, but also how we can be effective on really bad bills and making them better. And I do think that's important to say, right? Like, the trans bill is toxic on its face. And we will always be opposed to that sort of discrimination just because it's discriminatory and there's no reason to do it. That said, the original version of that bill, the one we ultimately defeated, said that any angry dad at a Little League game across the state, if he ever wants to just like throw a wrench and just be an a-hole, which happens literally every Saturday across the state of Florida,
we're living with them right now.
Yeah,
in this
can
neighborhood.
just question any kid's gender. Doesn't have to have cause, just gets to do that, and it could be any adult. And in doing so, he would trigger a genital inspection on each of those kids. That was the original bill. The genital inspection was the way you would prove the gender of a child. We were able to beat that bill and get that part out. So it ultimately passed, thankfully, does not include any genital inspections. Now, I will say every Republican in the Florida House is on record voting for a genital inspection, and I'm going to hang them with that this election cycle, and we all should, right? But that language did not become the law in the state of Florida. What did, at 10:30 at night on Thursday night, right before we went home, was they were going to use an original birth certificate. And what happens when they threw that together as an amendment, and this is, I think, what Anna and I tried to do and were moderately successful with, was we got about 3 minutes heads up that bill was coming. We were focused on other things, had no idea that the trans bill was coming back that night. So nobody was prepared for it. We already filed our amendments. That was done. Frankly, I think most of our staffers were up in the offices just like kind of, having cocktails, like waiting for the thing. I don't know what they were doing, but like there was no reason to be like focused on transgender stuff. So when we got the heads up that this bill was coming back, we had to just stall as much as possible and start asking questions on the sponsor, having not obviously read the language because 3 minutes, right? And one of the things we found out, and actually I was able to do this in my questioning, was I started asking about original birth certificates. Well, I'm going through an adoption process, and so I don't have an original birth certificate. I will have an amended birth certificate. And one of the Republicans did, in their infinite wisdom, as much as they're pro-life and want to support adoptions, is they inadvertently made it impossible for any adopted kid to play sports in the state of Florida. Because now, same thing can happen. Any angry dad on a Saturday morning can just question the gender of any kid, and then all of those kids have to go provide an original birth certificate. And oh, by the way, if any of them are adopted and don't have an original birth certificate, those kids can no longer play youth sports. And that they did that. That's the law of the state of Florida right now. So it's toxic. We have to message that as much as we can, but it's also really important we stay on top of those bills. And try to defeat them early on in the process and ask those prying questions, if for no other reason than to make the Republicans aware of the crappy bills that they're writing.
Right. So, well, we're happy that you are there for sure. You and Anna.
Thrilled.
We're thrilled that at least some people there are reasonable and will stand up for what's right.
Yeah.
But in exuding this happiness, what other news do you have to share on the Cup of Joe with Anna and Sheila?
You have breaking news for us?
Breaking news.
Oh, yes. Well, we have filed to run for re-election. So thank you all for getting me here. Seriously, this is like week one. I'm still working on the website and everything. But we're going to be having a kickoff Wednesday the 26th. So if you want to come by, please do. I will be honest, it is breaking news because we have not even broke it yet anywhere else. So I don't know where it is. It's going to be somewhere in Brandon. Come by. But just go andrewlearned.com, sign up for the emails, and we'll make sure you get all the info so you can come show your support if you're interested.
So like, follow, share, Cup of Joe with Anna and Sheila. Also
like, follow, and share Andrew Learned.
And make sure that you stay tuned to Cup of Joe with Anna and Sheila, and we will provide that documentation or location information so people can join up and support you.
We should go with a webcam for it.
Oh boy.
You can totally do a live. Yeah, let's do a live event there.
That'd be
That would be
awesome.
so much
I'm in.
fun.
Yeah.
So are we.
We'll get you a shirt.
Somewhere, some tech person is just like crawling. Like, how do I do this?
Yeah, that would be Erin.
That's Erin. She's already going like this.
Sorry, Erin.
No, but we're very excited, and we can garner some additional support from our area to come join and help you with the campaign, because like we said, you're one of the most reasonable, understanding, and
nicest guys.
Human. Can I even say that? Human in the house right now.
Thank you. Yeah. You're incredible.
You're welcome for being a human.
And we'll definitely make sure that we've got some folks there to volunteer for you.
Yep.
I will say, and I joke about this all the time, one of the nice things about being in a Republican-dominated legislature that is as backwards as ours is, and I'm going to say this and make myself sound terrible, but the bar is so low. You're correct. I don't have to be good at my job. I just have to be a decent human and not be shitty. And be like doing that, like, we're good.
I think your campaign slogan should be decent human, comma nerd.
Yep.
Vote for me, right?
Absolutely.
Not shitty.
Not shitty. All right, well, thank you.
We can make some T-shirts for that. I'm good.
Vote for the not shittiest person.
I'm in for a T-shirt. We'll rock the merch.
That's right.
All right, thanks, Andrea.
Thank
Have
you
a great
so
day.
much.
Thank you all for having me. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. So,
Oh, my
viewers, audience, May
26th,
26th,
somewhere in Brandon.
Wednesday, and I thought we were okay to break that.
We were.
Okay, good.
They just haven't confirmed the venue. It's somewhere in Brandon.
Well, yeah, but we can provide that. I mean, we don't know what we're
absolutely.
doing. We don't know what we're doing from minute to minute.
We don't know what we're doing at 10:15. So
That's right. So weeks from now, yeah. So we'll be there. That'd be good. If we could do it, be on the stage with him, and oh my goodness,
that would be so much fun.
And then maybe we can ask Fox News to come.
We can do our exclusive partnership.
What?
The re-election campaign.
Yes, re-election campaign
yes,
kickoff.
Re-election campaign kickoff. Yes, we can ask Fox News. Fox News.
Fox News.
Maybe ask some Tucker Carlson. Say, hey,
Tucker. No.
here you go.
We could tell Mike Beltran, look, we're going to a great party.
Yes.
You won't have us at yours because you're an idiot.
Maybe we should send him an invitation. So come,
No.
Hey, we have an opening, Mike Beltran, on May 26th, that Wednesday. Please join us at this event, and he'll show up, and it's Andrew's campaign.
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
That would be
I
really
would
funny.
laugh. So thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks.
Like, follow, share, Cup of Joe, Anna and Sheila, not the Anna and Sheila show. I don't know why I said that.
Because Erin did.
Yeah, Erin said
we have
it.
our own YouTube channel. We have our own Twitter account.
We have a Twitter.
And we have Instagram.
Yes, we have Instagram. Do you watch Schitt's Creek?
No, I didn't like it the first couple shows.
I know, you need to get through it. Anyway, there's this thing that's going rampant on the TikTok, and it is some GPS that's voiced over by Moira Rose, and I can't stop talking like her because of that TikTok. So anyway, she talks like this.
Really?
Yes.
We digress. So
Okay.
we forgot to ask Andrew about the voter protection bill, which doesn't protect voters, and it's a really crappy bill.
We can ask him about that on Wednesday,
Yep.
26th, at an undisclosed place right now,
Yep.
or we can just have him on again.
But if you want to vote by mail, make sure you do it right now before the bill becomes effective on July 1st.
But who are we voting for?
Doesn't matter. You can request your ballot for the next election cycle.
So not
just
vote,
go in.
not vote by mail.
Just go in, register to vote by mail now
Register.
before July 1st.
Okay, that's a distinguishing, factor. It's
Right.
like you don't. Because who are we voting for?
Andrew.
Well, no, but you said vote by mail. Get your vote in by mail.
Yeah,
But
get your vote by mail ballot in,
Get
yes.
the vote. Yes, that's it.
Erin's rolling her eyes, so
Yeah.
it must be time to go.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. See ya.
To Ruth.